Hi friends, welcome to another wonderful Python tutorial. The topic for today would be implementing a CLI using Python Cliff framework. So what is a Cliff framework? It's a command line interface formulation framework provided by Openstack. The agenda for today's topic would be introduction to CLI, implementing an example CLI and packaging it as a wheel package. So what is a CLI? A command line interface is a text-based user interface used to run programs, manage computer files, and interact with the computer. Command line user interfaces are also called command line user interfaces, console user interfaces, and character user interfaces. So the best use case of CLI would be implementing a CLI which would provide an interface for a REST endpoint. The advantages of Cliff framework are easy to implement, provides multiple output formatters such as CSV, JSON, and table, and out of the box Python wheel packaging mechanism. So the requirements for today's exercise would be Python Cliff package and wheel package. We are going to implement a CLI, something as shown in the screen. For example, in this CLI, the list files command produces the list of files along with its size in the current working directory. By default, it produces the output in the tabular format. Similarly, we can pass formatter arguments such as CSV, which will produce a comma separated values as output, and also JSON, which produces the JSON output. So friends, I would request you not to skip through the video and watch the entire session carefully for the practical implementation. Now let us jump on to the implementation. Write a sample program to display the file and its sizes in the current working directory, and later use Cliff framework to implement a CLI and invoke the same operation. Let me run this piece of code. You could see it's printing a tuple which contains the files and its sizes. The size is nothing but depicted in bytes. Now let us use the Cliff framework to implement the same operation using the CLI, and let us see the output in tabular format as well as CSV format and JSON format. I will be installing dependent packages Cliff and Wheel. I'm going to refer to the documentation provided in the Cliff documentation, and I'm going to create the necessary folder structure and files, and I'll be modifying it to match our requirements. I'll provide the link in description so that you can refer it. I'm going to copy the contents of the main.py provided in the official documentation and slightly alter it to match our requirements. I'm removing the line numbering. I'm going to name this app as YouTube demo app. I'm going to give YouTube demo app in the description, and I'm going to name the app as demo CLI. Now let us create our business logic. I'll be inheriting lister base API class where I'll be overriding the take action method where it will be returning two members of a tuple, one containing the column heading and another containing the dataset. The link for this documentation will be provided in the description. So whatever we give in the document doc string will be displayed in the command line description. I'll also be implementing a parser method where I'll be passing the current working, I'll be passing the desired directory from which the files information has to be displayed. If no arguments are passed, by default it will take the current working directory. This is the method that I will be overriding from the base class, where I'll be setting the tuple with the heading as well as the values, where the values are nothing but your files and file sizes. Where in the earlier example, I showed a small program, the same code I'm going to insert it here. Here I'm going to refer the past argument. Now let me copy the setup.py file. Demo CLI, and we have written the main method here. So I'm going to point it to the main method existing in this location. So I have to give it in this format. Now let us generate the Python wheel package. This can be generated by executing the following command. Let me install the package and test the functionality. You can see that under distribution, you will see a wheel package that is generated. So it has successfully installed the demo CLI. Now let us execute the demo CLI command line and see. Here you can see it shows a list of files in the current directory. So let us execute this command and check the output. Yes, you can see the output. I'll be able to show the output in different formatters such as basically while defining in the wheel package gets generated with the project name specified in the setup file and entry points are defined as shown below. Cliff is based on entry points, linking command line to a function. In the following description, the demo CLI is linked with main function in the main file. Similarly, the list files command is linked to file slash in the lister file. If you find this video to be useful, like, subscribe and share it with your friends and please click the bell button icon for notification. Thank you.